If you want to subscribe to the live screen sharing room on DAX and watch every day the live trades I do on time during the market hours, the first hour of cash trading and then US session, and why I'm taking these trades, you can go on my Twitter page here at this name and click this on the pinned tweet here. This link which will prompt you to a paper subscription service which is have a small description here, and the first 2 days is free, then you can have free cancellation if you wish so, and then it's just 19 euros a month. So if you click login here, then this will prompt you to a subscription details, and then you will need to let me know about this so I can send you the password, and so you can be able to log in every day and watch the live screen sharing. Or you can just go to my YouTube channel here, which I upload every day the video after what happened after the European cash market closes, and this is the link here of the everyday recording after the market closes. So this is just free, so you can feel free to go here and just watch this. Okay, hello everyone. So as you probably are aware, we had a no vote on Italy. Every time we have the gap down during a referendum like Brexit or Trump election, we gap down and then immediately rallied, although today this gap down was like 100 points or so, so not like 200, so we can rally straight up. The question now is, first of all, we just held support here at Trump election week, value are low and grinding higher. Also, if we see the 30-minute chart here open, sold off a little bit, failed to extend below Friday's value are low, just up to Friday's value are high, almost at the tick here. Also looking at the daily profile here, we are again within Friday's range here. The question now will be up to Friday's high. If we retest and hold resistance, then move below 500 and point of control of Friday's session, and price can go down towards 400 again, or just generally balance within this less traded area. On the long side, of course, we need to see if price goes above 550's Friday's high, holds above, then move higher towards 600's first, which is this multi-week resistance support area, which of course failed on previous week. So if it goes there, what it does it hold resistance and goes lower, or breaks out towards 800? Also on the bigger picture, on the weekly, we are in a 700-800 points range here, and we are just held support previous week in the middle of this range, and now trading and balancing within this area. So the question, if we go down to 400, will be if we go further down towards 200. It's too early to say about this, just the bigger picture. Very nice breakout here. The question is if we hold above 550s, 540s for a continuation straight up. You can see when all of these risk events are happening, always price going to the opposite direction of market sentiment, which thinks it's going to collapse or something. Also looking on the daily here, Bollinger Band price massively upside here, perhaps can go retest up to 800 later on, shooting up higher here, 100 points already. Initially the short position here for a pullback down to initial balance high. This is too far, too fast. Of course need to go below 600 first. Out of the short here, long for a continuation up to 680 is next target. Already skill out here, massive upside straight up moves, straight up. Should this go straight above 680s here, we're looking for a move up to 800s eventually. Price testing the highs here now, massive up, 160 points already into the cash trade. Next stop is 680s here to see if we rip straight through or hold any kind of resistance. Initially the short position here against the highs too risky though. This is massively upside, but let's see if this is kind of exhausted as a short-term play and we have a pullback towards volume weighted average price or 600s here. Scale out first target of the short already here. Need to see what it does at 600. If it doesn't hold, then nice chance to go towards volume weighted average price. Out of the short position here, we'll try a long for a potential breakout. Let's see, just stopped out here now. Let's see if it tests again the high, so we'll go long for a further upside. Initiate the short here after this failure to break out here. Straight resistance. Need to see if we pull back now on VWAP towards VWAP here. Also waiting to see the next 30-minute candle here. If it opens and retest, holds resistance up to the highs, then pull back a little bit. But of course this is just holding and getting absorbed here, so let's see. Straight up here, still going towards these 680s. Need to see the bigger picture here, what it does at 680s. Initiate the short position here, straight up from weekly lows to previous week's highs here. Let's see if this pull back a little bit, but very aggressive, 200 plus points into the cash session for the first 30 minutes now. This is just for a spike and short-term reversal short. Very good short opportunity. Last time it went there, just held down to 400s. So let's see now. Of course, I'm not suggesting this will be the resistance, but I initiated the short here, so let's see. Too fast now. So, but again, as I said earlier, as a Bollinger Band play here, perhaps this can go all the way up to 800s, lower band to higher band. So far failing to even retest the highs here. Too early to judge this. Still short two positions here against this level for a pullback. We need to see if price goes below preview the current 30-minute candle, if it goes lower here because just open and driving higher. Of course, as I said earlier, this can push up to 800s. No reason something can stop it. Massive 30 points breakout here. Okay, so need to see the daily now or the weekly better. Straight up within 30 minutes, previous weeks, almost previous week, 2 weeks range and half of Trump's week's range. Now next level is 800s. Initiate another short here just against this small consolidation for a potential pullback. Of course, every time just like 10 points pullback, then 50 points upside. So let's see. Scale out first target of the short. Let's see if we go below 700 towards volume weighted average price, or if this will just continue its aggressive straight up buying. Second target, scale out of the short position. Key level to see if we hold below this 700, which is previous week's high and close here. This week's high. If we hold below 680, then looking for a move down to volume weighted average price. This is the anticipated pullback of this trade here as well. So let's see if it happens. Okay, let's see when was the last time this range for the first hour of cash trading happened. So if we look here on Trump, was 189 points for the first hour of cash trading, then day after 100 points, then the rest of the days below 100 points and below average. Next one was Brexit with 378 points. Now we have 267 points, I think. Also, if you see the other cash openings here, how rare is for this to happen. Of course, previous year we had like 100 points plus range more often before at the beginning of 2016 basically. And generally this happens like, let me find the stat, like 4% of the time. It's very rare, so if you manage to catch anything This will be good because it's not happening very often. Flatten the short position here, initiating the long for end of first hour of cash trading. Perhaps we see some further upside towards the highs, and then there's a question if we hold the highs for a short again for a pullback. Let's see if this happens. Scale out first target here, second target just now. Need to see if we spike further upside, and again I said earlier, if it holds the resistance straight up, you can see when you have these massive momentums just close to the turn of the arrow, you tend to see continuation further upside and to finalize the momentum. So need to see how aggressively this will be bought now. Nice trade here, quick and two scale outs. Out of the long position now, waiting to see if we have a retest here, or if it goes below 700, then we'll go short for a move down to VWAP. Let's iterate another short position here for a potential pullback down to volume weighted average price. Also looking at the Bollinger Band here, of course this is too extended. This doesn't mean this cannot go straight up again, but let's see if it pulls back first. And pull back down to 650s will be nice. Scale out to second part of the position now, willing to hold this basically for the 50% retracement of this first hour of cash trading range. Of course volume weighted average price will scale up there as well. Let's see if this will happen, and if it goes there we'll need to see if we have a continuation for the day's high retest. Okay, stopped up, break even for the rest of this trade. Nice little pullback. Now we need to see if we break out the highs and fail here. This will be another great shot for a potential pullback, because this will mean we'll have a P-shaped day and price will just balance within this area. Of course, we need to be aware of the fact that this is 680's level and previously very important point of control of previous week's trading range is here, which previously 1 week ago held very nicely and we dropped. Now if we hold here, then we're looking for a move up to 800s eventually. If this 740s high fail to hold resistance, looking for an 800s and see what it does at 800s. We see the short now against 706 here, this small consolidation high, seeing price failing above 700. Need to see if it goes below 680s and holds, then for a move towards 600 volume weighted average price. Okay, hello again. So as anticipated this to be a P-shaped day, so aggressive short covering here and price generally sideways. I took a couple of short positions here. This one worked nicely, stopped out although here, but then would have eventually worked. Then shorted again here, scale out there and broke even, shorted again earlier on. Now I'm still short from 680s or so and anticipate the move down to 600s. Let's see if this will happen. Also the daily profile here, you can see massively broke out Friday's range, and before the cash open held support at Friday's value area low. Now failed that previous week high here. Need to see if we pull back towards 560s here. A nice target for this short, if this is developed towards the downside, will be 567s, 570s area, so the value area low of the day down here, and see what it does there, if it holds or if it rips straight down. Flatten my short position here now, waiting to see if this can hold above its opening price here of the Kassen for a move up to 740s. We'll initiate a long if it goes above here 650s and holds. Initiate a long position here, anticipating that this is an absorption here. Every time price pushing lower, it's getting absorbed. Now need to see if it goes up to 680, 700s, eventually up to the high of the day. Let's see if this will happen. 645, 646 the entry. Key level for this is to break out VWAP here, 550, 5 and hold above for a move up to 680s, and generally hold above 660s here in order for this to unfold up to 740s. Of course, too early to say here, but seems got absorbed here at the lows very nicely. Now waiting to see if we go further upside, scale out first part of my position here. Scale out second target of the position here very nicely. You can see when price is pulling down, then got bought pulling down, especially close to VWAP after a massive update. This is called absorption here, so somebody is sitting here and buying the market passively, which means market is coming back, buying as much as possible, then coming back, buying as much as possible, then every short need to cover and perhaps some buyers will get attracted as well, and you see this kind of setup here. So let's see by how far this can exceed. Also looking at this, both the absorption here, 640s, 650s area all day down here, and this 5-minute pattern was talking about the other day opens, then next candle up, straight up, never goes below previous candle's low. So if this is to develop with this way again, we should see very nice move up to 700s, then 740s eventually. Also nice tick here, mostly above zero towards the high side, so buyers in control so far. We need to see if we spike, and nice tick spikes up to plus 800, 1000. Flatten my position here, perhaps too early, and perhaps we can see some upside, but I'm okay with this kind of move here, so let's see how this will trade now. Again, we can see this pattern of the 5-minute higher now held the low of the previous candle. We need to see if this will remain to hold towards the high side. SPY much more strong than DAX, so let's see. Gave it a go and shorted this against this little double top here in anticipation that this is kind of area of resistance of this range. Of course, we need to see this pattern breaking down as well, because it still hasn't took previous candles lows, and every time it's touching, it's just going higher and higher. Out of the short position, this is just pulling up and it's getting bought here instantly, no reason to fight this. Just went long now here against this small low here in anticipation price can go up to 740s here if it's just holding all the time the previous candle's low. Have no reason to even scale out until this pattern changes, so looking for a move higher now. Okay, flatten the long position here, holding resistance at 700s. Also have some divergence with nice tick, while both DAX and SPY trading higher. Nice tick failed to even extend higher now, making new lows. So got short here instead of the long earlier. Of course, remain to be seen here, because if this is all spoofed up, then we see a nice pullback, unless nice tick goes back above zero and holds for a continuation of this kind of trade. Also, we still haven't broken down the previous candle low here and still trading this manner. So if this changes here, this resistance here at 700 is a good short opportunity for VWAP 660s or so. Okay, so scale out first part of the short position here. You can see while the indices was towards the upside, the underlying strength got weakened here. We had the opposite scenario, so as soon as you hit any kind of resistance, then you are cautious to see if this will sell off, so you can initiate a trade. Now we need to see if SPY can go below 220 here, which is VWAP and important level. If it does, so we'll see a nice pullback towards the volume weighted average price on DAX. Also, as we had divergence from the upside towards the downside here, we need to see if this downside pullback here will give us a continuation towards nice tick. If it doesn't, and nice tick goes above zero again and holds above and builds a lower highs here, then of course this pullback will be bought here and we'll see a continuation. So let's give it some time. Out of the short position here, held support at 680s, perhaps this is good for a continuation towards 740s. Initially the long position here against 680s for a potential breakout and a move up to 740s. If this is about to hold, then this is the higher low here, and then we see another leg higher up to 740s eventually. Out of the low here, bad timing for a continuation it seems. So need to see if this will eventually act as a resistance. Will go all the way down to 640s likely. This trade up short here was nice, but this aggressive buying here made me question this. So now at its initial the initial idea working out. Shorted here against this 680s level again. If this is an area of resistance, especially 700s here, this was nice trade, should have held it. So looking for a move down to US cash opening price 640 and VWAP here. Out of this short here, seems it's getting bought again. Let's see how eventually if it goes and where it goes. Would like to be interested to see this up to the highs if it goes there, of course. A long position here for a breakout of 700s. Every time we held resistance, now is attempting to break out. Need to see if it goes up to 740s. This will be a very nice trade for the last few minutes of the cash trade, unless this holds once again resistance here. Short position will hold greatly here to the tick resistance if this fails. Seems it's failing here. So shorted 97s, close the long early here for a couple of points. Okay, so here we are 1 minute until the European cash close and see price still attempting to break out this 700s, hasn't managed to do so. We need to see after the cash close if this will expand straight up to 740s or if this will slightly reverse lower. Also looking at the bigger picture here, can see great support here. Trump's value area low week here, straight up 300 points intraday, mostly within the 30 minutes, 1 hour first hour of cash trading. Then sideways consolidation here, like a P-shaped profile day. This is mostly from short covering, so we need to see. This is Monday here, so we need to see if this will be the weekly high or if we extend higher up to 800s. If this fails for some reason or even have a retest tomorrow resistance, this will be another great short for a move up down to 400. Too early to judge any of these moves, but just saying we need to see this week.